Coaster fans, today I'm going to be reviewing Busch Gardens Williamsburg, a SeaWorld park in Williamsburg, Virginia. This is a really good theme park, and it has been frequently voted as the world's most beautiful theme park. So let's get right into this review. So you go into the parking lot and you look at the beautiful skyline, and one thing to note out, all of the parking lots are themed to the lands. So there's the Germany parking lot, Italy, Ireland, England, etc. So it is very cool, already starting out a great theme. And you look at the skyline and you can see Apollo's chariot right there, Mock Tower in the back, and all of the trees. The park is absolutely beautiful even outside of it. When you enter the park, you're in the England section, and it is absolutely beautiful. There are British flags all over the place, the London clock tower known as Big Ben, lots of greatly themed shops, there is a tour bus out front. It is very cool. All of the theming here is great, and theming in some of the other sections of the park is really good too. Like, for example, you have Scotland. There is that Scotland theme song all over the place, and you just have some Scottish theming everywhere. There's castles, some bridges, and there's, of course, the lake. And for a place like Ireland, there is some very good Irish theming. The buildings look very nice. The landscaping in this park is absolutely amazing. The Italy section is going to have this Festa Italia theme, which is really good. It is absolutely beautiful over there. The landscaping is great. The decorations and artwork is phenomenal. This is by far the most beautiful theme park I've been to. And while we're on the topic of looks, this park has a great atmosphere as well. I mean, the whole around vibe of this park is fantastic. There is a great vibe with this park. The smells are amazing. The looks are great. The calm music everywhere fits in with the well-themed areas. Overall, this park does a phenomenal job with that. So let's talk about some of the rides, and first up there's the roller coasters. You have Apollo's Chariot, which is a really awesome B&M hyper. It's a lot of fun. Tempesto is right next to it, which is a Skyrocket 2 model. That's pretty fun, just has some bad restraints. Loch Ness Monster is the very famous and oldest ride at the park, Aero Custom Looper. That is so much fun, very iconic. Verbolten is a Zaire family multi-launch coaster that has some great theming and a very fun drop track. Griffin is a massive B&M dive coaster, personally one of my favorite B&Ms I've ridden. And of course, who could forget Alpengeist, the awesome B&M invert that is extremely overhated and very, very intense. And their newest roller coaster, which is the family GCI Invader. That's actually a decent ride. It's definitely not one of my favorite coasters, but it was okay. Now, thrill ride-wise, they're not too good with this. I mean, they have Mock Tower, which is an okay drop tower. The restraints are really bad on it. And they got rid of Curse of Dark Castle, which was in my top 3 favorite rides at the park. That was an amazing dark ride, so much fun, and they got rid of it, so that's a real bummer. But recently they were added Battle for Ire, and that is a pretty cool attraction. I mean, it feels really cool when you're just floating everywhere, but it gets boring and it's repetitive. It's kind of an okay attraction, but overall they don't have too many family/thrill rides. I mean, they might have 20 to 25 in total, but for what they have, the family rides are pretty good, such as Battering Ram or Da Vinci's Cradle. Those are some great family rides, very fun, and every family ride here is very well themed. So for the rides they do theme them well, but the roller coaster collection especially is fantastic. Now, if we're talking about food at this park, it is great. There is some great food in this park. One of my personal favorite places to eat is Trapper's Smokehouse. That has some great food. The ribs and barbecue, the overall smell. It is a phenomenal place to eat. If you want to find it, it is over near Invader, so definitely check it out. Another great snack option is the Pretzel and Beer Shaft over near Mock Tower. They have some great cinnamon pretzel bites. I highly recommend you get the cinnamon pretzel bites. They are my personal favorite food I've ever had in an amusement park. No, I have not had Dollywood cinnamon bread, so that's probably why. But it's still great, and you should definitely go check it out. Overall, this park has some great food and definitely some awesome snack options. Now, Busch Gardens is well known for their shows, at least they used to be, and what I mean by that is the shows have gotten a little weak since a long time ago. My parents told me that when they used to go to the park, the shows were outstanding, and I remember some of them, and they were very cool. However, now they're just okay. I mean, Pet Shenanigans is very repetitive, it's kind of cheesy, it's kind of annoying to watch. But there is a new one called Spark, and that's a light show, which is really cool. I enjoyed Spark. The music and the lights going everywhere is really awesome, and the overall vibe in the whole place is really cool. Now, if we're talking about convenience, Busch Gardens could do a little better with this. I mean, what I mean by this is they don't really have any bins on the ride platforms, and you kind of have to get lockers or leave your stuff with another person. I mean, the good thing about this, if you want to do the Busch hack, it's really easy because Busch Gardens is full of trees and bushes everywhere. It is kind of a woodland park, so it's really nice. But I do highly believe they should add bins on the ride platforms. They're not anywhere, and you have to leave your stuff with a rider for most of the time. So yes, overall, Busch Gardens Williamsburg is a great park. It is my second home park. I recently got to stay 2 full days there. I got some night rides in on Apollo's Chariot. I got Lorotnoak, which is last ride of the night on Apollo's Chariot. That was awesome. I rode it 3 times in a row that night. Very awesome, very intense, and so much fun. I also got to ride Griffin at night in the back row. That is an intense experience. Extremely fun. So yeah, overall, Busch Gardens Williamsburg is a great park. I highly recommend it if you're in the area, and definitely spend a full day here. This is definitely not a place where you're going to spend a few hours. You need to have a full day here, maybe even 2 at the most, because it's a great place to go. The experience is phenomenal. I like to call it the Europa Park of America. It's beautiful, and the rides, you know, they're not the most thrilling coasters on the planet, but for what they have, they are well-themed and extremely awesome. So for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, final score, I'm going to be giving it a 9 out of 10. This is a great amusement park. Would I take it over King's Dominion? No, I'm pretty biased towards KD because I love that park, but Busch Gardens Williamsburg is still an amazing place, and you should definitely visit it at least once in your life. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Post your comments down in the section below. Have you ever been to Busch Gardens Williamsburg? If so, what did you think of it? And until next time, coaster fans, I will see you later.